Hare Krishna. So, this discussion is more or less a question answer session because the topic of the discussion is based on a question that was put to me by one of the members of Bhakti Vriksha from India, Assam. So, I'd like to give the answer in a very general way, realizing that the discussion may be helpful for some other devotees or other members also. I'd like to first of all mention the question, or I'd like to state the question as it was asked to me. The question was how to maintain spiritual life nicely, steadily with material members around or in an environment where relatives, friends are more or less materialistic. So to answer this question or to address this topic, I'd like to say that maintaining a very steady, strong spiritual life while living with or serving with or interacting closely with material-minded people. By people, I mean that they may be family member, they may be relatives, they may be co-workers, or they may be friends around them. So it requires a balance of firm internal discipline. That means we must maintain a very strong, firm internal discipline. And what is the meaning of this, that will come little later. And next is our interaction externally should be very polite, very gentle. Externally at least, I'm telling at least means internally we should be, but at least externally we behave very gently, very soberly, very gently. And thirdly, those who are suffering in such a situation or living in such an environment, they should practice detachment. So detachment is a very general word. By detachment, I don't mean that they should be totally detached from the material life. I mean to say that performing their duties without becoming overly attached to the outcome. That means they should not expect the outcome always as they desire, but they should perform all the activities as a duty of them. So for all this environment, or to practice in such a way, it needs a very strategic planning. One should be very compassionate in heart, and his approach should be very balanced. So in this discussion, now I'd like to give 4 keys today. I'll give some more keys next discussion. At least very attentively listen to these 4 keys, these practical 4 ways which may be helpful in maintaining a spiritual life steadily in an environment surrounded by materialistic minded people. The first key is try to prioritize the early morning meditation or prayer. That means one should dedicate time for our spiritual practice before the other people. Generally the household people, they do not get up very early. So before that, we should start practicing our morning meditation, morning prayer, morning japa, or even morning reading sometime. And we should be ensured it in a non-negotiable way. There should be no compromise in this. So this is the first key. Second key, practice detach action. So as I am already expressed, that detach means not totally come away from the material world, but we should perform our duty to the family, to the friends, to the co-workers, even to the well-wishers, relatives. We should engage our activities like cooking, cleaning, chores, or even financial support meticulously, very precisely, so there should be no fault, and at the same time we should not expect anything as a return or some recognition or gratitude even from our activities we have performed. So this is the second point. And the third point is lead by example, not by preaching. By this I mean to say that don't try to preach or don't try to give lectures. Don't try to advise people on the basis of some spiritual verses or spiritual principles. Rather, show the benefit of your spiritual path. What benefit you are getting from your spiritual practice? That you become peaceful, that you become happy, that you become joyful, that your patience improve, you become more patient. So this reflection attracts the other people, and rather than trying to convince them with some verses, with some rules and regulation, with some words from the scripture, because actually a spiritual person, his presence should be gentle and not judgment or lecturing type. When you arrive somewhere, people should be in a mood to accept you. But if you start giving some judgment, your judgment, what they are doing is wrong, what it should be, or if you try to convince them by giving a lecture type of thing, quoting or citing many examples of the Bhagavatam or Gita or even any revealed scriptures, that will be not helpful. So lead by your example. In English it is said, action speaks louder. It is because if you speak something, it may be some effect on the other, but if you do something, then that effect more. So try to do that. This is the third key. And the fourth key, the last key we'd like to discuss in this discussion, emphasize with their level of consciousness. Try to understand what level of consciousness the people around you are living. Do not try or do not expect that the level of consciousness of every people are equal. Everybody has their own level of consciousness. Try to respect that and accept that others are also doing the best they can, and from their current stage of awareness or consciousness, they are doing something, and that is maybe best in their level. So try to respect that. Otherwise, you will be frustrated. You are expecting more from somebody, they are not doing like that, then you'll be frustrated. But if you try to accept, if you try to understand that everybody has their own level of consciousness, at least try to raise them from that level of consciousness to Krishna consciousness, to above, to higher consciousness. At the same time, don't pull hurriedly from a very lower level to your level. So it has got two benefits. The first benefit is the other people will listen to you if you respect their consciousness. At the same time, our process of taking them from the lower level, if we think them to be lower, of course, the higher level will be easier if it is not hurriedly, if it is not very abrupt. So these are some of the important keys I'd like to discuss in this discussion.